Before we define or describe what projectile motion is, let us review our previous lesson in uniformly accelerated motion in horizontal direction, particularly at positive x or at the right or at the east direction. So this will be the condition of our motion in UAM or uniformly accelerated motion at horizontal direction. Suppose you roll a ball on top of a frictionless table without gravity. You apply a force and it produces an initial velocity of 10 meters per second to the east. What will be its velocities and accelerations in 3 seconds? The actual initial velocity of the ball is 10 meters per second to the east. And on the edge of the table, we started the time at 0 second. Then here is now the location of the ball after 1 second, and at 2 seconds and 3 seconds. It did not fall because we agree that there is no gravity and air resistance in our horizontal motion. So what will be its initial horizontal velocity? At 0 second, its VIX or initial horizontal velocity is 10 meters per second to the east. After 1 second, its V1X is 10 meters per second to the east. At 2 seconds, it's still 10 meters per second to the east, and the same in 3 seconds, which is V3X is equal to 10 meters per second. Therefore, the horizontal velocities are uniform or constant. When we say uniform or constant velocity, it also means that both speed and direction of the object are constant. So, for our horizontal velocities at 0 second, or VIX is 10 meters per second, or also known as initial horizontal velocity, or velocity at 0 second. At 1 second, or V1X, it's 10 meters per second to the east. At 2 seconds, it's also 10 meters per second to the east. And at 3 seconds, it's still 10 meters per second to the east. So that is why all of its velocities are constant or uniform. Using the formula x is equal to v sub x times time, we can easily solve for the displacement at a given time. For our initial displacement, our displacement is 0 or no displacement. And for 1 second, or after traveling 1 second, the displacement of the ball is 10 meters to the east. So this is now the distance traveled horizontally by the ball after 1 second, which is 10 meters. Just simply multiply 10 meters per second times 1 second is equal to 10 meters to the east. Then after 2 seconds, our displacement is 20 meters. So that is 10 times 2 seconds is equal to 20 meters. And this is represented by our green arrow. So for our displacement in 3 seconds, it is 30 meters away from our initial point. And last, for our horizontal acceleration, Since our velocity at 0 second is constant velocity, therefore our acceleration is 0 or no acceleration. Remember that there is no acceleration if our velocity is constant, and our velocity becomes constant when both speed and direction are also constant. And for our acceleration after 1 second to 3 seconds is still 0. So at 1 second it's still 0 acceleration, and at 2 and 3 are also 0 meter per second squared acceleration or no acceleration at all.